thing and dance. And he says, just dance, honey. Just dance. That's your forte.
If he has a problem with the laundry, he can help.
Anyway, so I'm glad Aelita is here. She'll help us with the singing, right?
Just a heads up, we're about to start.
Welcome, everybody. What number tea is this, Mr. Zombek? 43, 42, 44. Okay. We're going to have a new segment to the show if we have some time at the end. It's going to be What's on Your Mind. We'll have just general conversation. If it's something that needs to be taken in front of the officers, we will have that on Tuesday. So if we put you off, it's not because we're putting you off because we don't want to answer it. It's just not the right forum to answer it. So we want to make sure everybody hears the right answer at the right time. Jakia, you have some announcements to make before our first guest?
I do. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this 44th episode. Oh my. Some changes that will go into effect this upcoming Monday, which is the 28th. The card rooms will be open till 10 p.m. daily. And the fitness center will no longer require reservations through our online portal. You are free to come and go as you please, 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. The only requirement is that you are a Winmore resident and you have your Winmore ID on hand at all times. So we're getting there. Just thank you for your patience. It's been quite an experience this past 16 months.
Yeah, what am I doing on July 4th?
July 4th, we are having our first community gathering in person at the Cove on Sunday the 4th from 12 noon to 3 p.m. Food will be provided by our new restaurateur from Cafe on the Green, formerly known as Bistro 19. An email blast will go out by the end of this week. There is limited availability. However, you are welcome to join us. It will be outside, fresh air, music, entertainment by DJ King Arthur, and food available for purchase.
And that's residents only, correct?
Residents only, yes.
And we're going to have a special person doing the food, I think.
We are the new vendor, restaurateur of Cafe on the Green, formerly known as Bistro 19, located conveniently here on property, connected to the clubhouse. So this will be a good welcome for him and his team. Just make sure you support them once they get here.
We hope that the restaurateur will be on next week.
That is the game plan, yes.
Yeah, right before their opening, which is July 1. You'd be able to have breakfast and lunch come July 1st.
Okay, Jakia, who's our first guest today?
Our first guest is Miss Geraldine DeBianchi.
Do we have a song for her?
We do.
Oh, Geraldine, you're getting a second shot here. So don't make a face after you hear this.
Can you call me back? I'm sorry.
Hear ye, hear ye. The court's in session. The court's in session now. Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
Stop beating that fudge. Cause here come the judge. Don't nobody budge. Cause here come the judge. Judge Shorty is presiding today. And he don't take no stuff from nobody. No kind of way. Hey boy, take off that hat. Where do you think you're at? I know where you gon' be if you don't heed my lead. I'm here to tell you. Order in the cold now. Can't nobody smoke now. Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
What's the first case on the docket?
Judge, I got a boy here can't dance.
Hey, dance.
Can't dance, Shorty.
90 days. 30 days to boogaloo. 30 days to learn how to shing-a-ling. And 30 more for the Afro twist. Yeah, can't dance. What is this?
Everybody quiet now. Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
Is that the man?
No, Your Honor.
Does he look like the man?
No, Your Honor.
Well, I'm sorry. You got to go there. You can't recognize the man. You got to go. And guilty.
Yes, here come the judge. They crowding round, they high. Yes, here come the judge. I'd rather be lost than the charges on his ear. Than to face the judge this morning over here. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Don't nobody budge. 'Cause here come the judge.
Everybody got the time today.
Geraldine, we played that today because you're going to talk about the courts reopening. Hi, Geraldine.
Yeah, hi,
We
how
played
are
that
you?
because the courts are reopening.
The courthouse in Broward County will be reopening fully, full capacity as of July 6th. Portions have already been opening a little at a time, incrementally, different divisions, different jury rooms, mostly with the criminal court, with in-person juries, and a little, like I said, incrementally, they've been opening up, but the Chief Judge of the Supreme Court handed down an order back at the beginning of this month to now open up fully in Broward County on July 6th. So although we'll be still performing some online appearances, which I would find might be the case with like a morning motion calendar, if anybody's familiar with that, if you're a lawyer or know anybody else. I mean, we're like 20, 25 lawyers in one chambers with the judge. So the online seems to work pretty quickly. But notwithstanding that, the judges will be in their chambers or their courtrooms, even if we as attorneys appear remotely. So July 6th, open to the public, all fully staffed, and courthouses reopening in Broward County. So again, it's not going to be like it has been, like Kia said, the last 16 months. It's going to be, business as usual back there. And the moving on from there, the eviction moratorium, which was set to expire at the end of this month, there have been some sources out of, I believe, the New York Times. We're waiting to hear that the Biden administration might be extending it, at least in order to figure out what to do with the funds that went unused in order to assist with evictions. So there may be an extension of that. So that's to be determined. In terms of Mobile Justice Squad, we are out and about. I'll be out again tomorrow, scheduling community centers and senior centers and my usual at people's homes, apartments, condominiums, and the like. So Kia, I got my calendar out. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to come and see all of you. Opening is Coast to Coast Legal Aid. We have a date. We've been waiting to figure out exactly what our date is. We are scheduled to open August 23rd. We have not gotten the plan that it's going to be in terms of, I don't even know whether it's full staff, half staff, staggered staff, or everybody back and doors wide open, but we will see where I know the senior executives are meeting and we will find out exactly how that works, but we will be open to the public, or at least open with all hands on deck in some fashion, August 23rd. This, however, has not stopped us from servicing our clients over the last 16 months. Our numbers have been the same and even maybe slightly exceeded in terms of being able to service and represent those in need in our community. So I'm very happy to report that this pandemic has not slowed our ability to protect and serve those that we need to and the most vulnerable in our community. I want to bounce off because we've been doing a lot of, shining a light on the victim advocates in our county. I even got a call today from a victim advocate in Broward County who has a client, and luckily, they do what Officer Zombek is talking about, what his new victim advocate is telling us. They are there to really advocate for their clients. So I was really happy, not happy for the situation, but happy that they do really get there and do the job to assist those who at a certain time that's difficult can't do it themselves. So kudos to them. I don't know if any of you know this or if I've mentioned it before, but we are on Facebook, and on our Facebook pages, if you scroll through our videos, you'll be able to see a lot of our community partners and our attorneys, advocates, and administrative staff talk about where we've been, who we're working with, and what we do in the community. Questions that you might have, you could scroll through and see what the topic might be, and it might be of interest to you. They're usually short, somewhere from 10 to 15 minutes. We do have longer ones depending upon the topic and who we're with, and they're very interesting and they're very informative. And you get a lot of good information, and it could help you or somebody that you need. So I suggest, if anybody wants to, go to Coast Legal Aid of South Florida on Facebook. We're also on Instagram if anybody even digs that deep. We have an Instagram, also Coast Legal Aid of South Florida. And like a lot of you are watching right now from YouTube, we have our own YouTube channel as well at Coast Legal Aid. But you could always find us on our website, as you know, Coast Legal Aid of South Florida, which is easy to navigate, and you'll be able to see the services. And even when I had Tara on last week, access our services online and just scroll through there. If you're on the internet, go and look through and you'll see what we do, who's there with us, who our community partners are, who the big law firms are that are embracing us because of what we do and how they assist us in pro bono matters. So I really want to let you know that we're here for you. We've been here, and our doors are going to be open pretty soon. So if there's any questions, I'm open to it this week.
Let's see. We have any audience questions for Staff Attorney DeBianchi? Okay. Well, we would like to thank you for your time as usual.
Geraldine, when are you coming to Winmore? It's up to us?
I'll come to Winmore tomorrow if you want me to.
Okay, so
I'll
you're
be
ready.
in
It's
Fort
up to us.
Lauderdale at 1. I could hop on over to Coconut Creek in 2 seconds.
We should set her up.
Set me up.
Set you up like in our library once a
Set
week.
me up. I don't require a large lunch, light fare.
Then you're on your own. Wait till the restaurant opens then.
I brown bag it.
Well, when the restaurant opens in July, maybe that'll be the first time. We don't want you to go hungry. You don't have a
Okay.
kitchen in your van?
I don't have a kitchen in the van. We didn't plan for that.
Okay.
Maybe I'll put in a request next year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Geraldine, always a pleasure.
Thank you. For me as well. Thank you, Bruce.
Don't leave yet. Do we have the,
I'm not leaving.
there you go.
I'll be here. I'm here
Jakia,
for
give
the
her a
music.
larger applause, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very
who's next?
much.
Okay, don't go anywhere. Jakia, who's next?
Still here. Still here.
Okay, but you better mute.
Uh,
There you go. Okay.
All right, up next, we will go with Miss Lisa Chung, who's from the Broward County Property Appraiser's Office, to give us an update on homestead exemptions and any specialty features that are applicable for seniors. Oh, there you are. Hi, Miss Lisa.
Hi, hello
How-
everyone. Hope everyone is doing well today. Just wanted to know, I'm Lisa Chung. I'm with the Broward County Property Appraiser's Office, the Office of Marty Care. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about our office, what we're doing. Right now, we're working on, we're sending out letters. We're still sending out letters for the owner alert. I know we've been getting a lot of calls from Winmore, so apparently they're receiving letters. We received a lot of calls on Monday also and Friday. So I guess they're still receiving letters and they're signing up for the owner alert. Again, it is a free service. It's no additional cost to the taxpayers. It helps them protect their property against fraud and scam. And if a document comes into our office, we will notify the homeowner of the ownership change of the property. So again, please sign up for that service. It is free. You can sign up online or you can call us at 954-357-5579 or the website is bcpa.net. So far, we have signed up over 113,000 property owners, and we're still signing up more. And as you know, Florida is the hotspot for fraud, home fraud. So Marty implemented this service. It's an in-house free service. And we're also doing the senior exemption and homestead. There is still the deadline to get homestead and senior for 2021 is September 20th. So there is time to do homestead and the senior for this year. And that's mainly what I have today. If anyone has any questions for me, we're still looking forward to coming out to Winmore, but I guess we have to wait on Kia. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Miss Lisa, thank you. I apologize for that. We will also get you set up as well. I'm aiming for both of you for July, August at the latest for something in the library, okay?
that's fine. We understand. That's fine. We're here when you're ready to have us.
Okay.
In a while, a lot of people need to register. Make sure
Well,
they
they
get their
have
homestead.
been calling. They have been calling. They call us and register on the phone, and they can also go online. And so they have been calling us and registering. We've been getting a lot of calls from Winmore.
Okay. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you.
Any questions for me? That's good? No questions? Okay.
We had no questions. We know the answers. We asked the questions. Oh, okay. Jakia,
Yes.
we have a new television show that's going to be coming on, right, for the hurricane season? You want
We
to show us a
do.
tidbit?
We have a snippet for you.
Button up your overcoat when the wind is free. Take good care of yourself. You belong to me. Eat an apple every.
Okay. That was the intro. That was pretty good, Jakia. So when is that going to be showing?
All right, it will air for the first time tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. So make sure you mark your calendars. We have prepared a hurricane preparedness video. I guess that's what it's called, a video. We had a discussion, sit down with key department heads, our public city officials from fire and police, just to kind of give you some tidbits and helpful hints to prepare for this upcoming season. So make sure you stay tuned. It will air daily at 10:15 a.m. and 2 p.m.
And there was somebody that knew that young man, Ryan, that was on the show. Who would that be?
That would be our fire chief, Mr. Jeffrey Gary. I believe he's with us
He's there.
today.
He's here. He's waiting for you to introduce him.
Yes. Can you, oh, there you are. I'm so sorry. How are you today?
Jeffrey.
Okay, there we go.
Welcome.
It wasn't
Okay.
allowing me. She was keeping me silent. She wouldn't let me unmute.
She does that to her boyfriend too.
Uh-oh. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Yes, our fire marshal, Ryan Banyas, who's going to be our emergency manager, appears in that video. Unfortunately, I was off. You'll like him. He was a younger guy anyway. He's the younger one anyway. So that's going to steal a lot of what I wanted to talk about. But before we do that, hopefully you don't get dizzy, but I'd like to introduce you to two new people. So as you can see, there is Pedro Bass on the left over there. He is our new assistant chief, and Brian Blizzard is our other assistant chief. They're making up my command staff. So they just started this week. I'm sorry, let me get the camera back in place. Of course, there we go. So they just started this week. So we are well on our way with Coconut Creek Fire Rescue. I wanted to make sure to introduce them to you. You're going to be seeing them in the community. Bruce, you said next week we're all meeting together, right? Starting next week?
We are? I said that?
I heard you say that. Soon we can all meet in person again.
Boom, right.
So I'd like to bring them. One of them will be in charge of EMS. So he will definitely be out there. Again, we want to set up the, sort of like a community paramedic service. So we want to get them out there as soon as possible and start taking a look at the calls we run there and all that good stuff. So see how we can help you. And I'll provide the contact information. So if you can't get a hold of me, you can get hold of one of them. And they will be able to directly take care of anything. Mindy, I think she's also in the video. And she's going to kind of be like Mike, and she'll be assigned to you guys, and anything that you need, you'll be able to reach out to her, similar to Mike, Officer Zombek, I should say. And the only thing I was going to bring up this time was hurricane preparedness. It's hurricane season out there. So I don't want to say too much because I'm sure the video is going to be great. Make sure you get additional medication if and when you can. That seems to be the big thing. Get some extra water and an extra can or two when you next time you order from or go to Publix. Have some supplies on hand. It's supposed to be a active season this year. But we, of course, know it only takes one. We're going to be here for you. We have our EOC ready to go. We've already done a test run, our Emergency Operations Center. So you will have direct communication to us in the EOC, the city staff, and hopefully we don't have to activate it and we can make it through a good season. So with that, any questions or anything else I left out?
Do you have any audience questions for the fire chief?
It's me, Jackie. I'd like to just thank Chief Gary for just being there for us.
Absolutely.
You're always there for us, Chief, in many ways. Thank you so much, you and your men. And we
Yes.
look forward to
ladies,
having
and
our own
ladies.
fire station.
And ladies.
And
absolutely.
ladies.
Ladies, absolutely. Yes, you're
And-
right.
And we
Sorry.
do have another update coming out, a meeting with Bernadette, our city manager's assistant this afternoon.
Mhm.
And we're getting the new update coming out, and it'll be everything that we've done to get ready for Coconut Creek Fire Rescue through the end of June. And again, I want to start, we're bringing on the assistant chiefs now. We have the battalion division chiefs coming and the rest of
Mhm.
personnel. So we want to figure some kind of, that's why I'm hoping soon we'll be able to do it in person. We can do something out there so you can meet and greet and meet and get to see who the members of Coconut Creek Fire Rescue are. We're looking for some kind of open house soon.
That'd be great, Chief.
Yes.
I know also I was at the Coral Springs Coconut Creek Chambers meeting last evening. And I have to say, Coral Springs is thrilled that we're partnering with them for a dispatch service. I think it's going to be a great fit for everybody.
Yeah, and I think we put some pictures of inside there. The professionalism there is
Yes.
unbelievable. Yes.
Yes,
Uh,
very, very impressive.
Yes. We'll get back to that hometown feel.
Terrific. Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
everybody.
Thank you. We do have one more question from Mr. Fred Stein, or comment.
Yes. Hi.
Hey, Fred.
Hi, Chief Gary. Coincidentally, just as I unmuted, my air conditioner went on. So I don't know if you can hear it in the background. It sounds like a windstorm, which is really perfect for the hurricane theme.
Yeah.
The question I have is that we're really unique here in Winmore and several other places in the area, but especially in Coconut Creek, that we're multi-story. So are there any special plans put in place in case our elevators are down for 3, 4, or 5 days, in case we have a storm? Are there extra personnel? I don't know if that's something which you anticipate, whether you've thought about or met about at this point. I know that could be one of the biggest issues.
Yep, absolutely. It definitely was during, was it Irma? I don't know, Bruce, if you want to jump in at any time. I know we were working with
Mike and Ed.
yeah, for a while. It is in your emergency plan. So is it half an hour or I forget the exact timing, but it's in your the community's emergency plan. They will shut all the elevators down.
Once it reaches that 30 miles per hour.
When it gets certain, and the reason that is done is they don't want to have anybody trapped in the elevator at that point of the storm, because at a certain mile per hour, our vehicles aren't going to be able to go on the road. Now, we work with our police. They have lower profile vehicles. They are still going to respond out, for some medical emergencies. We have a procedure for that. However, it takes, is it 2 hours to completely go around and shut down every elevator? And then it takes the same, I think it's 2, right, Bruce?
It's up there, yeah.
Yeah, a couple hours to reactivate every elevator. So there's at least 4 hours the elevator is going to be down. And then during the storm, so it could be up to 12 hours. So what we do is work with O'Neill's staff there. They're able to help respond out. We send out notification beforehand. The community does. I'm speaking on behalf of you. Sorry, Bruce and O'Neill, to let you know what, once you're hunkered down, you need to stay where you're at. If there's an emergency situation, we do put an extra unit on the road with extra personnel so that we can. But once it reaches a certain mile per hour, we can't come out just to move somebody from the first floor to the 4th floor. It puts a danger on our personnel. So, and that's what we ask. Once the storm is here, hunker in place, stay where you're at. If it's a medical emergency, we're doing everything we can to get to you, and we will get to you, police and fire. However,
Jeff, let me interrupt you. Everything you just said is on the hurricane preparedness video. So if they watch, what time, Jakira?
10:15
tomorrow?
a.m. and 10:15 a.m. and 2 p.m. daily.
We talked
On
about
Channel
the
99.
elevators in the video, but go ahead.
Good. Yeah, I haven't, I haven't seen the full version yet. Just saying.
Okay, Jeffrey, also, just to let you know, you may want to jot this down. We have a new elevator maintenance company. It's Delaware Elevator. So
Oh, okay.
it's not Oracle anymore. So I know
Oh, okay.
we'll take care of all the relationships with them. But if you hear that name, you know that's our guys.
Okay, and I'll relay that to Ryan. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
Thank you. And also
Thank you.
thinking about it from what you're saying is that really is a reminder for people to stock up way ahead of time because,
It's in the video.
okay.
We're ruining his video.
Yeah, that Jakia talks about that in the video.
Okay.
Thank you, Fred.
You're welcome.
Fred, you want to invite anybody to the tea?
Pardon?
Okay, Jakia. I'm sorry, Fred. You had the floor. Go ahead.
No, I'm all done. Thank you.
Okay. Jakia, where are we now? I forgot. Oh, the applause machine for Jeff. Jeff is hiding behind his, there he is. Jeff, did you hear that? Did you miss it? You're muted again.
Sorry. Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Did you like the applause?
Yes, I love it.
Jakia, give him another one.
I missed my Tom Jones, though, I have to say.
Yeah, right. You got it right. Yeah. Burning Down the House, the Talking Head song by Tom Jones we did. But you know what? And again, you have an open invitation. You got any news you want to pass on to the community, just jump in any Wednesday. You know where we're at. Okay? Jakia,
right.
we left somebody out last week that I think needs some double time this week.
We do. We apologize. We will move on to CCPD with Officer Michael Zombek.
All right, well, good afternoon, everybody.
Oh, oops, I'm sorry. I'll give you one more wave.
Oh, I'm getting the official win more wave. I got iced out last week, but that's okay, because as we know, there's no crime within in Winmore. And I'm not going to talk about the hurricane video because it's spectacular. We were on it together. It came out great. So please, everybody, tune in and watch it. It does have some excellent tips in it. That's the tease I will give you. Please pay attention to it as we take this seriously, as we get into the middle or start to get into the middle of hurricane season very shortly. And again, it's something we all do need to look at. In terms of our, as was brought up in terms of victim advocate, myself and the victim advocate, I mean, she's really hit the ground running in terms of Winmore. We've made at least 4 or 5 house calls already into the community. So she is getting to know the the residents on a personal basis, and we're doing as much as we can for those who need services. So again, please reach out to us. If you know anybody that needs help, please reach out to us. We can get help for people. That's why we're here. An update for our bicycle patrol. I know Winmore did go out and purchase a bicycle for their officers to use. Our bicycle officer is back from his military commitment, and he was actually in the community on Monday, driving through Antigua, found a couple of cars that were not secured. So we do want to make sure we're getting the word out. Please lock your cars. Even inside Winmore, it's a very safe place, but still, we don't want to tempt anybody. So lock your cars, please. And he'll continue to go around this week and in the upcoming weeks to come through the community. In fact, if we can get permission, we'll probably have him on next week to introduce himself to everybody in Winmore. So
maybe your bicyclist could take a picture with our bicyclist, or
That would be
a lap around the circle together.
at least he's very young. He's very good at his job, and it'll be fun for him to introduce himself to you all next week. If we should be able to get him on. And everything else has been very good within the city in terms of crime. Things are down. We're happy about that, as well as in Winmore. That's always a good sign. We do talk a lot about fraud. I know we go over this topic every week, and it bears in mind. The FBI actually does track this and has a special task force that is involved with fraud, especially for our seniors. And just in Florida, just for folks over 60 that were reported to the FBI last year, there were $1 billion in loss in terms of fraud. That includes all credit card fraud, grandparent schemes, romance scams, all of it together. So again, that's why we want to make sure that our residents are not falling victim inside Winmore to these things. Anybody calling you, be skeptical of it. Anybody calling you that says, hey, you owe us money, or you're in the rears to Amazon for $1,500, it's a scam. So please hang up on these people and do some other checking before you give any money away. Out of the 105,000 incidents that were reported in Florida for folks over 60, 2,000 victims lost over $100,000. So again, that's why we emphasize this every week about paying attention to these scams and not falling victim to them, because it is a problem in the United States at this point. So be careful with that. And as always, if you have questions for the police, do not be afraid to ask about any topic that you have a question about. You've seen something on the news. Procedurally, how does Coconut Creek Police handle it? Why was it handled this way? If you've seen it on television or have questions, that's what we're here for too, to educate people about what the police do, because a lot of times people are afraid to ask those questions. But we're all friends at Winmore, so we can answer any of those questions as well.
Michael, do you have a phone number available they can call besides the 911 number, which you don't want them to call?
Well, we do, and I'll be happy to put that out there if everybody's ready, and we can put it out. It's 954-973-6700. And again, that's manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. People don't have to worry about, they're not going to get a live person. They will get a live person to speak to. If it's a non-emergency call, obviously emergencies are 911. And again, if you're not sure, call 911. Nobody's going to get in trouble for calling 911.
Okay then. Any questions for Officer Zombek?
Just want to thank you too, Michael, for all that you do for the community, really, and for the city. You're amazing. You're everywhere, especially your work with the young ones, with the teens.
We are definitely everywhere. We will be even more so with our special needs kids getting back into the schools.
Yeah.
Concerted effort to get out with them, to make sure they're comfortable speaking with the police as well.
Great.
Be a big concerted effort coming in the new school year as well.
That's terrific. Yeah, because I know we were talking last night too about how uncomfortable everybody is. They haven't been with people in so long. I think they forgot how to be nice and how to communicate on a decent level. Not everybody, but a lot of people, and they're uncomfortable getting back into the groove, so to speak. And so imagine how the young ones feel and how they're fish out of water right now. So that's great that they can turn to you guys. You going for pizza tonight?
We will be there. So
okay.
Pizza with the Popo.
Yeah.
At Amici's Pizza. It's right near Duffy's.
Yeah.
Boulevard. So come out, spin the big wheel for mega prizes. So if you happen to be out tonight between 5 and 8, please come by and see us at Amici's Pizza.
Pizza with Popo.
Pizza with Popo.
Popo.
That's it. We will be there. Fun and games and a prize wheel, should you be lucky enough to land on something good.
Terrific. We'll see you later.
Thank you, Michael.
See you about 5.
Thanks, Mike.
Now it's a commercial break. Anybody, you should know this, 9 o'clock on Tuesdays, there's the management committee meeting. Jackie takes all good and welfare. So if you'd like to have any questions, that's your avenue for that. So 9 o'clock Tuesdays, a link goes out to everybody, Jakia, every resident?
Yes, it's also on our website and the news and views and on the channel. You can't really miss it.
Now, if I'm not getting the links, how do I get the links?
You can reach out to the Association Affairs Office, Mr. Fred Michael. His email is fredm@winmorecc.org, and you will be added to our community update list.
Now, will they get your emails also about events happening?
Yeah, it's one and the same.
Okay.
Can't separate us.
Okay. I think we're ready to move on to our next guest, aren't we?
This is the entertainment
Yeah.
portion.
Another video coming up, huh?
We do.
She's been sitting there very passive this whole meeting. Look at her. You're almost up. Oh, she's taking. Okay, go ahead.
Als Kind hab ich gewusst, ich muss allein sich alles versorgen. Gestrebt hab ich siehst, mein Hunger neu geworden verborgen. Ich hab geholmt Nacht und all gehofft, als wären sein Tag, wenn ich gefunden wär, ein Roman auf mein Weg. Gelacht und euch gewehen, hab ich vielmal schon in mein Leben. Und oft hab ich gemeint, als ich will als müssen aufgeben. Nicht allemal gehabt, das Glück und Freude von Sonnenschein Tag, nur ich als gemusst, ich geh auf mein Weg. Kopf scheinbar ist die ganze Welt und hab versucht von Reichtum und Geld. Gehad dem Volk nur bald ersehen, als helfen muss man sich allein. Zu eurem Reich, mein Weg ist gleich, ich geh auf meinen Weg.
All right. Well, thank you. I would like to introduce our next guest, Miss Aelita. She did honor us by providing a virtual concert this past Saturday. We do have an encore this upcoming Saturday, which is the 26th at 8 p.m. You have done work with some of the greats, Dizzy Gillespie, Lionel Hampton, Sarah Vaughan, you name it. Your voice is beautiful. The community loved the performance, and we thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I want to say hello to everyone. And I actually love Winmore Village. I performed in your Brown Theater more than half a dozen of times. And it's really something very special. And actually, I was just considering your pizza invitation at 5 o'clock. It's a good thing that I live in Hollywood, not California, but Hollywood, Florida. So yeah, I might make it. But anyway, it's delightful to be with all of you. And the feeling of liberation that the pandemic is almost over and we can hug and we can do live performances. Actually, today I signed a contract for a live performance on September the 4th to honor veterans and all the essential policemen, firemen, to pay tribute to them. And so, I mean, everything is opening quietly, but surely. I've been singing all of my life. Stages where I feel the most comfortable. I sing in 16 languages and perform on 4 continents. And I think I feel privileged that I have this platform, that I can unite people, I can bring them joy, I can feel them, I can make them feel loved. There is hope. And I speak the universal language. I mean, I sing in Japan in Yiddish, and they give me a standing ovation. So I mean that they probably understand what I am talking about. And tonight, I mean today, this afternoon, you seem like a wonderful bunch of people, and I feel a lot of love. And before I'm gonna invite you into my home, we are 46. I think I can serve tea for about 46 people for sure. And meantime, I'll be able to tell you a little bit of my life story. So, but before we do that, I just want to do something a cappella just for you to get us all in the right mood. You gotta give a little, take a little, and let your poor heart break a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. As long as there are two of us, we have the world and all its charms. And when the world is through with us, we have each other's arms. You're gonna lose a little, win a little, but always sing the blues a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. And that's from me to all of you. And now I invite you to share with me my life story. And if there is something in my story, in my life that touches your heart, I will be very, very pleased.
So when are we going to see you, Jakia? When do you tune in?
You tune in this Saturday, the 26th at 8 p.m. on Channel 99. We'll also have it live streamed as well, but it is a virtual concert. So we look forward to it. We'll make sure we get the information out to the community so they know the date and time.
Aelita, you have very nice acoustics in your house.
Yes, so the ceiling is very high and I am overlooking the ocean.
Oh.
So anyone who would like to come to Hollywood, we have the best beach, please give me a call and we'll arrange it.
What time should we be over for tea?
Well, it's 3:50. I think you could make it by 5, but then you have to give up on pizza. So,
All right, Mike, you bring the pizza, okay?
no problem. So I don't know. So you're not going to see my show tonight, no?
Not tonight, Saturday.
Saturday.
Do you need me as well to be there, or?
We have you already, I think, right?
We do. We're all set.
So I should be there as well, or it's okay?
It's okay. It's all virtual.
Wonderful. And I also wanted to talk to you. I, in my life, performed with so many interesting people and met so many interesting people, working in New York 48 weeks a year, meeting people like Aristotle Onassis, who invites me to be a guest on his yacht, and Shao Baran performing for him on Contador Island. So all these very, very interesting stories, and performing at the White House. So, but maybe this will be the next time. Next time after we get together, all of us.
Yes.
And, okay, so thank you very much. And I hope you'll enjoy my show on Saturday. And there is a lot of me on YouTube, more than 65 performances with symphony orchestras, with concerts all over the world, in South Korea, on Equator, on Golan Heights, in Moscow, in Jerusalem. So the whole thing.
And
then,
Coconut Creek.
well, that's actually one of my favorite places, because there are many communities where I performed in the past. And it's so close. Actually, I was there the other day. I'm sorry I didn't stop by, but there's always next time.
Okay. Well, make sure somebody calls you in, because they won't let you in at security if they don't know who you are.
Oh, that's actually might be a problem. Well, well, I'll use your name, Bruce.
Right, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
I'll tell them I have
Yeah,
connections.
that and $1.50 will get you a newspaper.
Yeah. And by the way, your theme song, it was T for two. And
Yeah.
it's actually it's in my show as well. But it's like it's American pop a la Yiddish. So everything with a twist.
Thank you so much for your time, and you're very enjoyable, and we can't wait for Saturday night.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Until we meet again in person.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Jakia, we talked about what's on your mind. Maybe we have a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, if anybody has any nice things to say to everybody on here. Or to people in Winmore TV land. I guess nobody has anything nice to say, huh? Where's Jane Elvin when you need her?
She's on. I saw her.
No, I just see a smoke detector.
She's probably knitting. So, what's on your mind? It's a good concept that Mr. Bandler came up with, so you could explain some things that we could pass along to our management team to be discussed on Tuesdays. Good, bad, and different, preferably good. It takes a lot to maintain a community of this size. We have leadership behind us, a great management team and administrator addition to staff to kind of keep it as a well-oiled machine. This is the time to kind of let us know, and we'll pass it on to the appropriate party. I guess silence is good.
Yeah, Jakia, you know what? I think they need some music.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah, that's what's exciting. Good.
No, Jackie, I asked for good news. I'm not getting any. I think it's just the opposite. Okay, so
Everybody's happy.
let me test somebody.
They're
Linda
not
Myers.
voted out.
Linda.
Everyone that wrote out.
Linda Myers, take off your mute. Take her off, Jakia. Let's see what Linda has to say. She's a regular to the T. Linda, introduce yourself. Unmute her, Jakia. Linda, introduce yourself and
I've been here living in Winmore. It'll be 6 years.
okay.
And I love it. I love everything about it.
Good. You can come back next week too.
Yeah.
Okay, good. No, I'm glad, and we try to make it that way for everybody. We try to make everybody happy.
Yes, we do, don't we, management team?
Yeah. All of
Okay.
you.
How about Henry Turner? Henry, I see you every week. We had some discussion in the past. Do you want to say a few words?
Hello, everyone. Fred Stein and I discovered we're alumni of the same university.
Oh,
He's from one
Cool.
side of Massachusetts, I'm from the other.
okay. Do you park your car, Henry?
Say again?
Do you park your car?
In Harvard Yard.
Yeah, right there you go. Okay,
I am from Cambridge, so I had to.
all right.
But
What school
we've
did you
been
go to,
owners there
Henry?
we've been owners there for over a year now.
Henry, Geraldine wants to know where you went, where you attended.
Northeastern,
Oh,
My
oh,
daughter
there we
went to BU,
I went to BU, a graduate school.
go. And Ronnie Sidney's on too. She went to BC, I think.
right there on Com Ave.
Yep.
All
Very
the
nice.
accents are coming out now. Uh-oh.
Very nice. Great area.
Okay. Okay, I think Jakia, we're ready to wrap, right?
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you for
we'll see
joining
everybody. We got special guests next week. We got Ted Deutsch, our representative of Congress, and we also have John Contos from the restaurant is scheduled, and it should be fun too. Another fun week, number 45. Okay, Jakia, take us out.
All the world over so easy to see. People everywhere just wanna be free. Listen, please listen, that's the way it should be. Peace in the valley, people got to be free. ship. It's about to arrive any minute now. You know, it's been a long, long overdue. Look out, cause it's coming right on through.
Okay, we'll see everybody next week. Have a wonderful week and look forward to the show on Saturday night. Good night now.